What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Art Keeler Outdoors. Rob here again. Today we got jerkbaits on the menu, and go through, give you guys my master class, which I'm not a master by any means. It's one of my favorite ways to catch fish, but I'm going to tell you everything I know about the jerkbaits I use and which ones I really like to use. So stick with me. All right, so jerkbaits, I got a lot of them. I like them a lot. So I have some customs. I have some brands I'll tell you that I've found to be the best. I've done a lot of underwater testing in the pool to see which ones have the best actions, which ones actually stay in place. And I know a chlorine pool isn't the best place to do that kind of stuff, but you get the general idea. So I'll just start with two of the brands that I like the most for the full size 110 jerkbaits, and some of my favorite colors. Get these out. So I don't think the answer is going to surprise anyone here. So we got the Megabass Vision 110, and nobody's shocked about that. That's arguably one of the best jerkbaits on the market, period. And the other one I really like is Jackall Rerange 110. And that's both their shag colors. You can see Rerange, Vision 110. Very similar in their colors. That's my two favorite ones. Here's another Jackall. Here's a custom painted Vision 110 by Stoneman Lures. He does a really nice job custom painting his stuff, and he has a lot of different baits to choose from. I have a lot of his customs in here as far as jerkbaits. Another Vision 110 custom from him. More customs from him. Treble hooks love me. Another nice custom from him in a darker, crappy-ish color. Yeah, so he does a really, really nice job with his custom work. So I'll show you one more custom by him, and that's Stoneman Lures. I'll link him in the bio. Some really nice work on his custom. And then I'll show you my favorite colors in the standard Rerange, which the Rerange, my favorite. You got a sunny day, a little bit of chop on the water. You can see your prop. That's kind of when I'm fishing from my boat. If I can see my prop underwater and there's some chop on the water, it's a jerkbait day. And then my colors kind of determine from there. But if it's sunny day, I can see the prop, clearer water, a little bit of chop on, and it's warmer out. This Jackall Rerange right here in this color with that flash is my favorite sunny day jerkbait there is once the temperatures warm up. Now, I know people think pre-spawn, post-spawn, fall again picking up the jerkbait, winter picking up those Vision 110s when you need something that's just going to sit there. I do most of my damage dead middle of the summer, hottest days when there's a little bit of chop on the water with this one right here. And I work it, man. There is no count to 10 pause in it. I work it. I work it until I'm breaking a sweat out there. And every once in a while you might throw in a 1 or 2 second pause at the most, and then you're hammering it again. Hammer it again. And I just change up that cadence. Hit it once, hit it 4 times, hit it twice, hit it 3 times. As long as you're hitting it on a summer day, that's your best chance of catching it. And these Jackall Reranges, when I did experiment with them underwater, they have the twitch and the perfect stop you'd expect. They roll as they twitch. They roll. So what that does is you got that bright sun shining down in. That's why I love this color. They roll, and you can see even on my camera with the lighting in my house, which isn't the greatest, you can see that flash when they roll. I love that, man. So that, as far as a 110, that's my favorite. So that's another Rerange. with those 110s, those Vision 110s from Megabass, as soon as I have water under 60 degrees, under 55 degrees, we'll say, this is the only jerkbait I go with. And that's because I got to put that longer pause into them. And this one, of all of them, and they all stay relatively in place, this one stays dead put in the water. Wherever you twitch it and leave it, it doesn't drift, it doesn't come forward. It just stays there. And then stays there again until I hit it again. So that's the reason I have both of them in. They're my 110. They're my normal 110s with the normal depth, that 2 to 4 foot version. These are the ones I go with. I do have some of the deeper ones. Again, same too. I do fish more of the Vision 110s when it comes to deeper. I just had better luck with them. This is the really deep one, I believe, that goes down to 12 foot, Vision 110. And then you'll see, this is another Vision 110. And I think when they're called 110 plus plus, the deepest ones. And then there's a 110 plus, that's your middle runner. These are the plus pluses, your deeper runners. I tend to go a little brighter with my colors as I go deeper because I don't have much clear water. Here's probably my only clear water option going deep. And you'll notice a trend. I have a lot of purple on a lot of these baits that I like besides those ones I showed you. And that's because for whatever reason, I like purple on my jerkbait. Just me, I don't know. There's a bone color in that 110 deep, and this again is one of those Stoneman Lures custom paints. And then I have some of the mids. So here's one of the plus ones. So these run in that 8 to 9 feet range. There's that crappy color. Again, some more custom paints in there. Kind of the same ones I showed you with all the purple in them. So that's my plus ones, my plus twos, my normal 110s, and then I do have a few smaller ones to show you. And my smallest ones, this is one of my smaller ones, and these are the Ripstops by Rapala. This is the only jerkbait I like from Rapala. So the Ripstop, I love the way it stops underwater, so I do have them in the small ones. The other Rapala jerkbaits that I used in the pool did not have impressive results. I didn't like the action. I didn't like the stop. I didn't like much about them. So there's no more of them in this box. But I do have my smaller Ripstops in because they're unique. And I would recommend the Ripstop, even if you wanted to get that in that 110 size. The Ripstop is definitely worth it. It's a different variation of a jerkbait, and it has a unique action that will trigger fish. Two of my other smaller ones, and these actually come in a shallow runner and a mid runner, and these are Megabass as well, and I'm going to butcher the name of them. I'm going to say it how I think it's said, but I know it's not right. And they make this one in that color I like so much from the Jackall. So like the Jackalls, these Megabass ones are called the X-Nanahans, I want to say. X-Nanahan is how I'm going to say it. And if I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. You guys can correct me if you want. But these actually roll like that Megabass, or like that Rerange. So, and they are, compared to the 110s, much smaller. So X-Nanahan, that's my favorite color. That's my shallow runner. And I did get one with a gold back that has that little bigger lip that'll run down to that 8 foot. You can see the profile on them. They just have a lot of flash, a lot of turn in them, and a great action. So if you're looking for a smaller option that you don't think anyone out there has, that X-Nanahan, it's a fish catcher, man. So that's pretty much it for me in jerkbaits. I have a lot of them. The big thing with a jerkbait is your setup. So, I mean, I can tell you what I use. I'm 6'4". I use a 6'8" medium. My moderate fast rod for these. I actually use the Favorite Pro series. They have a 6/8 medium moderate fast rod. I use I have it paired with a 8 1-to-1 Diawa Tatula Elite reel, and that can throw these. It throws those 110s great. Depending on the wind, it's harder to throw these little jerk baits. I do drop down to a spinning rod for my little jerk baits. I have a 6'8" Envy from 13 Fishing spinning rod that I throw them on, and I have a Abu Garcia the Revo-X is my spinning reel that I throw them on if I got to go with the littler ones. But those 110s, I throw everything on a 6'8", even though I'm 6'4". It just allows me to work the heck out of that, not worry about slapping the water, slapping the boat, and I haven't lost much in the cast. I mean, it's negligible between that 6'8" and that 7-foot rod, how the distance of my cast. So that's my setup. I throw mine on 12-pound fluorocarbon on both. My spinning rod, it will be a 15-pound or 20-pound braid to fluoro leader. My fluoro leader on there will be 12 pounds. And that's because once I'll leave my drag set while I'm hitting it, and once I get them, I just tighten that drag a half click around, and now I can fight the fish. I can put some pressure on them. I don't have to quite baby them in. And I haven't had any problems bending out my treble hooks by doing it that way. So that's the big thing with jerk baits, is get out there. If you haven't done it before, you're going to get tired. It's normal. So fish them as long as you can. Give them a real shot. Your arm gets tired, it's about conditioning. Pick something up, fish it for a half hour, 45 minutes, then grab that jerk bait rod again and start going to work. And you'll learn how much slack you need in that line to see it hit. And remember, the further that jerk bait is away from you on that fluorocarbon, the harder you're going to have to hit it, which is why a lot of people will fish even on their will fish braid to fluoro leader, because that braid will snap it a little easier even when it's 50 yards out there away from the boat, where I'm whack, 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 whack with everything I got. With the braid, you don't have to hit it quite as hard. So I'll leave that up to you guys. Tie on some jerk baits, get whatever ones you want. I don't have them in here right now, but 6 cents jerk bait was definitely on par with both of these brands when I throw it underwater. So if you wanted a third option in there, that's 6 cents jerk bait. I think it's the Provoke 110. That was on par with these two. That's another great option out there if you're looking for something a little, I won't say cheaper, just another brand to go with. 6 cents would be my third choice. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the time. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll check you out on the next one.